Imagine a continent thriving with over 600 different tribes, each speaking one of over 300 languages. Now, imagine that vibrant tapestry of cultures almost erased from history. North America, before European contact, was a dynamic mosaic of indigenous cultures. From the lush forests of the east to the rugged mountains of the west, these societies flourished, their lives entwined with the rhythm of the land. But the late 15th century brought a new presence to these shores. European explorers, their sails billowing on the horizon, marked a significant turning point for indigenous peoples. Some tribes welcomed these newcomers, hoping to forge alliances and engage in trade. Yet many others faced violence, displacement, and an invisible enemy far deadlier than any sword or musket: diseases like smallpox. It's estimated that these diseases decimated up to 90% of the indigenous population in some areas. The arrival of Europeans marked the beginning of a tragic and transformative chapter in indigenous history. The encroachment of settlers was not just a cultural onslaught, but also a physical one, leading to widespread violence and displacement. The policy of Indian removal, an egregious chapter in history, laid bare the harsh realities faced by indigenous peoples. Forced relocations became the norm, the most notorious being the Trail of Tears, a journey that saw thousands of indigenous individuals forcibly expelled from their ancestral lands under the guise of progress. These forced migrations, a stark symbol of the brutal colonization, were a literal trail of tears, marked by death, suffering, and a profound sense of loss. The magnitude of this displacement is staggering. Picture, if you will, a bustling city of over 100,000 people. Now imagine that city suddenly emptied, its inhabitants forced to leave everything they know behind. This was the fate of more than 100,000 indigenous people within a span of less than 2 decades. In less than 2 decades, over 100,000 indigenous people were torn from their ancestral lands. Yet in the face of such adversity, indigenous peoples showcased remarkable resilience and resistance. Throughout the turbulent tides of history, leaders emerged from indigenous communities embodying the spirit of defiance and determination. Leaders like Tecumseh, a Shawnee warrior who rallied tribes in a united front against the encroaching settlers, or Sitting Bull, a Hunkpapa Lakota leader who, undeterred by threats or hardship, stood firm in defense of his people's rights and lands. And let's not forget Geronimo, an Apache leader whose name became a battle cry, symbolizing the relentless struggle against oppression. Their stories are woven into the fabric of indigenous history, a testament to the indomitable spirit that refuses to be crushed, even under the weight of colonization and expansion. These individuals didn't just fight battles. They embodied the resilience of entire communities, resisting the loss of their lands, their rights, and their way of life. Their courage and defiance remain an integral part of indigenous history. The struggle for indigenous rights and recognition continues today, echoing the voices of those who stood defiantly in the past. In recent times, we've seen the rise of powerful indigenous activism movements. Idle No More, for instance, has been instrumental in advocating for sovereignty and environmental protection, reminding us of the deep connection between indigenous cultures and the land. Meanwhile, the Standing Rock protest against the Dakota Access Pipeline served as a stark reminder of the ongoing battle for land rights and the critical issue of environmental justice. These movements, and others like them, are not just about preserving the past, but about shaping a better future. They amplify the enduring impacts of colonization while highlighting the importance of indigenous voices in shaping North America's future. As we reflect on this history, we cannot overlook the resilience and contributions of indigenous peoples. Their rich cultural heritage is a testament to their strength. Their journey, filled with struggles and victories, warrants our understanding. Advocacy for their rights is not an option but a responsibility. It is through collective efforts that we can foster a just and equitable future. We must learn, acknowledge, and support, not tomorrow but today. So, start today. Learn, acknowledge, and support. Thanks for watching. Want to learn more exciting things about interesting topics? Subscribe to Dopamindz today and turn on push notifications to never miss a video. See you in the next one.